Good morning, boys and girls. This week we are going to review and work on subtractions with regrouping. We already did this the first week of school, but maybe by now you have forgotten a little bit. And always, boys, even if you think you know something, always watch and listen. Maybe you discover something new, okay? So even if you think you know this, don't stop the video and go to work. Wait until the end, listen, and later you can even help me explain others when they need help, okay? So let's review. To make a subtraction, well, first let's build the first number, okay? So it's 8,385. All of you are experts on this, so let's build it. 8,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000. Okay, 300, 100, 200, 380. That means 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. Okay? So we already built our number. 8,000. Here 8,000. 300. 300. 80. 80 here. And 5. 8,385. So now we need to take away, subtract 2,943. That means we take away from what we have. We are not putting more circles, more discs, okay? That means we take away. That's why it's super, super, super important that you always begin with the numbers at the top when you see your subtraction equation here, okay? We cannot say 3 take away 5. No, we always begin at the top, at the 5. Why? Because here we have 5. So it's 5 and take away 3. You can look at there at the discs or even do it with your fingers. I have 5, take away 3. How many are left? Exactly. Let's do it with the disc. Take away 1, 2, 3. How many are left? Excellent, 2. So we write 2. That's easy, right? Remember, oh, I forgot to tell you the way I did it before, but remember we always begin with the ones. I forgot to remind you that. We always begin with the ones. Some of you maybe still begin with the 8 minus 2. No, 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 no. We always begin with the ones, okay? Because if we regroup, we need to bring back. Okay, if you begin here, then your answer is going to be completely different. And just remember, we always begin with the ones because that's the first digits, okay? We begin with the ones when you make groups of tens, then we have the tens. Then when you make groups of tens, we make the hundreds. When you make groups of tens in the hundreds, we make thousands. That's why we begin in the ones, because everything begins from 1, okay? Okay, so 5 minus 3 is 2. 8 minus 4. We have 8 here, but remember it's 8 tens, 8 of 10. And we have to take away 4. Can we take away 4? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or do it with your fingers. 8, take away 4. Here I have 3 and one more, 4. How many are left? 4. The same as here, we have 4 left. So let's write it, 8 minus 4, 4. Now let's go. We already did the ones, we already did the tens. Now let's go to the hundreds. Okay, we have 3, take away 9. Do you see why I tell you here? We always, we always begin at the top. Some of you, even when you think you are an expert already, don't worry, it's okay to make mistakes. And some of you, then you suddenly you forget, and then you can say 9 take away 3. But look at our discs. Do we really have 9? No, right? That's why you have to begin always at the top, because we only have 3. And you have to say 3. Can I take away 9 from here or from the discs? No, right? So that's when we regroup. And what does it mean to regroup? It means we are going to change our groups. The ones and the tens, we don't touch them because we are finished, okay? We bring a big number, okay? That means the last one, we regroup from the thousands. We are going to bring one here. We are going to bring one of these here, okay? We regroup from the thousands. That means we borrow one. Oops, sorry. We borrow one. But look, this is the important thing. Did we change the 300? No, right? We still have 3 discs. That's why the first thing when you regroup, because we're going to change the hundreds and the thousands, is cross out the 2 numbers, okay? Because we already changed the hundreds and we already changed the thousands. Our groups are not going to be the same. Now they are different. That's regrouping. We changed the hundreds and we changed the thousands, okay? So what do we have now in the hundreds? We still have the 3, 400s, okay, 300s, but we bring a 1 of 1,000, okay? That means we have 10 of these and 3, that means 13. That's why maybe you get confused because you say, but Miss, why if it's 1,300, we don't put 1,300 here? Because remember that this 13 that we have here means this one and these 3. We're talking about groups. Remember that 1,000 is the same as 10 groups of 100. Okay? So that would be, this is the same as 10 of this pink. If we separate it, remember, if this I take it out, we have to bring 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So do you see, this 10 is the same as this that I had here. That's why we put 13. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we do have 13, but of 100. It doesn't mean 13 of this. It means 13 discs of 100. Okay? So it can either be like this, or the way I told you, we can just leave it. Well, no, let's leave it like this because now that we subtract, it's easier. So now we change our groups. Now here I have 13 of 100. And now how many thousands do we have? If we took away 1, we had 8. But we took away 1 because we passed it to the hundreds. How many are left in the thousands? Exactly 7. We had 8. Take away 1 is 7. Okay? So now, yes, we can subtract. Now in the hundreds, we have 13 and take away 9. So let's take away 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many are left? Excellent. 4. And 7 minus 2, this is not an 8 anymore. That's why we cross it out so you don't get confused. Now it's 7, take away 2. So how much is 7 and take away 2? 1, 2. You can just look here or do it with your fingers. 7 take away 2 is 5. Exactly. So we did our first subtraction. This was a review, okay? Let's go to the next one super fast. 7,826. So let's build it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. 20, that means 2 because it's 10 and 10, 20 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then down, like I said, we always begin with the ones. I wanted to see here, maybe are the shapes. No, not these ones. Here. Well, let's not lose time because then it takes a long time to do this video. Okay, so how do I hide this now? Not letting me hide. Here, there it goes. Okay, so let's begin with the ones. We have 6, and here we look at the ones. 6 take away 2. I know, let's just cover it like this. Imagine right now I ignore all this. I wanted to look at shape. So we just look at the ones. 6 minus 2, that becomes a kinder subtraction. That means 6, take away 2, 1, 2. How many are left? Exactly. Let's do it with the discs. 1, 2, and we have 4 left. So let's write it. 4 left. Now let's do, we finished with the ones. Now let's just look at the tens. We have 2, take away 8. Look here, we have 2 discs. Can we take away 8? No, right? So that means we need to bring 1 from the hundreds to here. So now our 2 groups are different. That's regrouping. That's why we cross out the ones, the tens and the hundreds. Cross out the 2 groups that you are changing. And here we're changing, here we are changing the tens and the hundreds. How many do we have now in the tens? We have the 2. That's why we copy the same number 2, but we bring 1 from the other group. Okay, we bring 1. So now here we had 8, but we moved this one here. So now we have exactly 7. Now that I regroup, yes, I can subtract. So 12 minus 8, this is why we have to break these 100 so we can subtract, okay? So I'm gonna take away this 100, and instead of this 100, we bring 10 of 10, remember? It's always 0 the hero, 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So remember, always 10 of a group. That's when we group and make another group. So we had 1 of 100, so that's why we break it into 10 of 10 because we are in the tens. So now, yes, we can subtract. We have 12, take away 8. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many are left? 4. Now, if you are not drawing the discs, then just subtract. 12 minus 8. You can begin here, like I always tell you, put the first number in your head because that's you just have to think of that number, 12. And then if we take away 8, put 8 fingers and then subtract, count down. So we say 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So we said 12, take away this 8 and we finish in 4. Do you see the same 4 that we have here? Or the other way you can do it. I'm gonna say it, I hope I don't confuse you, but for the ones that are like this for counting and math, the other way, instead of counting down or backwards, okay, and take away 8, you can go begin from 8 to 12. It's the same. You say 8 here, but now we count up until the 12. So you can say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So from 8, it doesn't mean we're taking away 8. We're just counting from 8 to 12. Okay? So we already did it 3 different ways, and that's 4. 7 minus 4. Now let's do the 100. We have 7. Take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 3. Do it with fingers. 7, take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see? We have 3 left. 3 left. Finally, let's go to the thousands. 7 minus 1, that's easy, even without fingers. 6. But still, let's take it away. 1, and we have 6 left. Okay? So in the first one, we regroup the hundreds. In this one, we regroup the tens and the hundreds. Let's do one more example. No. I was almost going to erase it. Here, I'm not going to lose time building it with discs because on your book, you are not really going to build it unless you need help. If you need help and do the discs, then yes, on your whiteboard or on a paper, you can build the number the way I did it and draw your discs, okay? But usually, and when you grow up, you never see your mommy, your daddy, your teachers building it with discs and then subtracting, okay? We just look at the numbers and begin subtracting. So as I did, I know. Let me cover with a different color this because we always don't do this. This I do it just for you to understand that we begin with the ones. First, look at the ones, okay? There it is. So it's 2 minus 9. Remember, we always begin at the top, okay? Because it's the first number, and that means we have 2 and take away 9. Can we do that? No, right? So what do? Regroup, exactly. But when you regroup, what's the first thing you do? Cross out the 2 numbers, okay? Cross out, cross out. Now remember, this number is the same. Remember how I did it before. I don't change that number. What I do is bring one from the next place. So I put the one that I bring, okay? Now, because the other was 5, and we give 1 to the other side, now we have 4. So we already finished regrouping. Now, yes, we can subtract 12 minus 9, or just count from 9 to 12. For me, that's faster. It doesn't mean we're subtracting because, yes, I told you to always begin at the top. Yes. But when we are subtracting, we already regrouped. Or when the number at the top is bigger, still you can just count from the little number to the big number. It doesn't mean we're subtracting, we're just counting. Okay? So from 9 to 12, I say 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 more. Okay? So 12 minus 9 equals 3. 4 minus 2, 4, take away 2, it's 2. And the next place, 7 minus 3, can we do it? 7, 1, 2, 3. How many are left? 4, excellent. 4. And we go to the last place, let's delete this now. 9 minus 6, or like I told you, you can just say when the big number, it's like when it's easier, you can just say yes, 9, take away 6, that means 5, 6. How many are left? 3, okay? Or count, like I told you, from the bottom to the top, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 3 more. Do you see we get the same answer? 3, okay? So boys, we finished this review. Now, here are the Google Slides that you will do. These are pages from your book. Remember, you can do it on your book and then copy the answers here. Or the other way, first do it here and then copy the answers in your book. I prefer you do it here because I can help you, okay? I can see what you're writing, I can see if one is wrong, and I can let you correct it if I notice that you are doing it wrong, okay? So you can copy this on your whiteboard exactly the way it is. Look how easy they are. You're just taking away 3. Here you're taking away 20. Copy it on your whiteboard. Do it and then come back here and write the answers. Always begin with the ones. Today I put different little squares. Look, first copy your answer here. Then this one, I don't know, there. Then this one, then this one. Okay? Remember that if by accident you erase one of the squares for the answer, you just go here to the text box. Remember this T for text box, and you can click and drag. Remember that when you drag, just don't move your finger out of the mouse until you want it the way you want it. There, I finished. I take my finger out. Okay? If you want to put color to the text box, go here to this paint bucket that says fill color. Remember, don't later come and ask me, where was it? Just move your mouse on top without clicking, and each little thingy, it tells you what it does. Line, shapes, fill color. So here, click the yellow, and there it is. So remember, you know how to do it. Even if one day I don't put the text box, you can do your own. Here, it is horizontal, okay? Write it vertical on your whiteboard. For today, I did it for you here. Remember that the 523 always align your numbers at the ones. Okay, here, no, I did it on Illustrator, so I cannot move it. Some of you can get confused and put the 5 here. No. Remember, you begin always align here at the ones, and then the tens, then the hundreds, and we don't have thousands. That's why we don't put anything there. Here are more. Copy your answers. It's 4 slides, okay? So copy them. The answers only go in the yellow squares. Like here, you don't do anything on these lines. Just answer here. Okay, it's the same number. It's just showing you that the 6 is aligned with the ones. That's how you have to copy it vertically. Okay? Like I tell you, here the 80 aligned to the ones. Okay? Here, I already did it for you, so just do it in your whiteboard and come and copy the answers. So now that we are done, get your whiteboards out and start doing your work. See you in the class.